all of us have an opportunity to help people. We don't have to be pastors of a church to help people.
Right.
So I think I've impacted more people in the last 8 years through our relationships in the business community, just trying to do the right thing. And I think that's what we're trying to do, is we try to do the right thing and make the right decisions. As my employees know, my faith is important to me, but more importantly, it's everybody's individual decisions of what they do with their time. And it's very important for people to understand that's what makes us unique, is what you do with your time. If you can give back some time and understand that you're trying to make the life in the world a little better place, it makes a difference. One of the things I really believe in my heart is that any successful business has a responsibility to give back to their community. And so, when I transitioned from being a pastor full-time for 6-7 years, I saw the impact of coming alongside people and just loving people. And the more we can do that, whether it's in a church setting or in a business setting, it's really about just coming alongside people and helping them. So when I bought BME and brought in with Chip Hummel as my partner, and it's been just an amazing partnership. Chip is an incredible mentor, but also a friend and a partner that has really come alongside and said, how do we give back to this community and really make it part of our DNA? We've taught our employees that if you're going to work here, you have to give your time, your talent, and your treasure, or at least one of the three. We prefer all three. When the employees join us, we ask them to tell us a little bit about what they're passionate about and who they come alongside and want to help. And we try to understand better their desires and how they could serve in the community. We vote, our customers vote, and we ask a lot of people in the community, who's some of the great nonprofits that need help and what can we do to support them. We look at the votes and we pick the three that are most in alignment with what we can do to support and help. At the beginning of the year, we picked First Tee, which is a great nonprofit. They're actually a national organization that partners with the PGA, but locally in Syracuse, Peter Weber and his wife and his team were just great people. So we came alongside First Tee in Syracuse, and Butternut Creek is an incredible facility. And Peter and his wife, people that really genuinely want to help a community. And it's not just about teaching golf, but if you're...
So First Tee is a nonprofit that works with inner city kids, and they help to teach them the game of golf. With that goes lots of life skills and just things that young kids, I think, need. Gives them a chance to kind of get out into the golf course and learn something that they've never learned before, at the same time while teaching them skills of golf and life at the same time.
And when I saw that, I said, that's cool. We really want to make sure that there's an opportunity for us to help them.
And then he said, well, what are your other needs? This is a really cool place. What do you have? I said, well, we have one gazebo, and boy, it's not enough, especially with COVID, because we use that to check their temperature and to keep them distance and register outside. And oftentimes parents will stay. And besides, when kids aren't there, we could use it for other reasons.
Sure.
He said, we really like that idea. And here's where it gets interesting and special. So I said, well, I bought this from Costco, this one we had. One thing went to another, and by the way, everybody's improving their house during COVID.
Sure.
So there weren't any available, only bigger ones. So I said, well, we have to wait. This isn't going to work. So not for Steve. He said, no, we'll just get a bigger one. I said, okay. And I said, well, you want me to buy it? How do what do you want to do? No, we'll take care of everything. So okay, as a fundraiser and laying this out, this is like unheard of. He says, and we'll build it for you. We'll make it a project for our BME team. And wait a minute, it gets better. So usually these things take 3 or 4 months. They schedule this. And he said, we can start in a couple of weeks. I said, you got to be kidding me.
And the kit was something we said, we could do this and we could build this and we could try to figure this out. I think it took us 2.5 days to build this. I don't know. I think it's a 20 by 30 pavilion. The employees at first thought it was great. And then when they opened the boxes and saw the 50 pages of directions, they weren't too happy with me.
I heard it was 53 pages.
53? It might have been.
As a company, we decided to help support First Tee with the structure. As a team, we looked at this as a challenge with 3 big boxes and 10,000 pieces that had to be put together. But when we saw what we envisioned the final outcome to be, we kept focusing on, okay, this is going to be a pavilion that the kids can use. And we really focused on, this is going to benefit this organization in so many ways as just a structure. So we put the challenge in front of us. We accomplished it in 3-4 days, and it was great to have the finished product before us. And Pete was very, very enthusiastic and pleased that we did that. And it was just a great accomplishment.
Yeah, we put together a big gazebo at First Tee, but it was like a 1,000,000-piece puzzle that we had to work together and get through together. So it was definitely a process. It was nice to be there and see the fruits of our labor.
And all of a sudden, this beautiful gazebo appeared that we were able to use throughout the season. And they were so proud. And in fact, they went one step beyond. They put their own sign in. Usually I go get the sign and I tie it in with a First Tee. No, we'll take care of it. So it really worked out.
You get a chance to go up there, check it out, because Butternut Creek, it's just a 9-hole course, but it's a good 9 little holes that challenging, but more importantly, good people. Then we also went with Nescentia, which is an organization that's growing to help the elder care, or the, if you will, our seniors, as some of us getting older. Kate, Ralph, and Jenna, just incredible people. Kate is their CEO, and Jenna handles a lot of their fundraising. They did a Raise the Glass auction, and Jenna was awesome. And I just really like what Kate and her team are doing at Nescentia.
I mean, the first time I talked to Steve, I just clicked with them, and we had this really nice lunch. We just sat down, we chatted. They told me kind of what they do and what how they help the community, and I told them a little bit about our fundraising events and everything that we do. And from there, I mean, I know I could pick up the phone and call Steve tomorrow, and he'd answer, and he'd see what he could do to help us out if we ever needed him.
They're just great people doing some amazing things that a lot of people don't know about. So we're excited to help them this year.
Our biggest need that they were able to fulfill was just being a sponsor for our event. And
we did the whole Raise the Glass, which was an auction they did at Lakeshore Country Club. And we came alongside and sponsored that, and just had a great time.
I mean, just the support from BME, as well as our other sponsors and other donors, we were able to almost double what we've raised in the past.
We wanted to make sure we came alongside an organization that was supporting seniors and elder care, and Nescentia Health is doing some amazing things.
I know Steve makes sure that they take time out of their day and their lives to help others, and I think that's huge, and I wish more organizations did that.
And just seeing the growth that they're doing with them acquiring the beaches in Rome, and the growth that they have, they're really impacting the community.
BME takes it to the next level. Like, they actually will go out and they will help other organizations and put in like the hard labor, and they don't mind getting dirty to actually help somebody else like complete a job. Yeah, no, they're awesome. We love them and appreciate our business with them, and I appreciate my relationship with them, and I look forward to working with them again.
And then our third one was ICANN, and Steve Balger and his group. Steve has really grown that organization, and now that they're taking on the responsibility with the Children's Museum, we wanted to come alongside ICANN and the Children's Museum.
And I told the story at the happy hour event they hosted at Ocean Blue, and I still tell the story. When we started managing the Children's Museum, I remember going in and trying to figure out and wrap my arms around how to lead the museum, and who are some of my allies that I can, really bring along with me to make this happen. And I'll never forget, it was one of the first days I was in there. I was making copies on a copy machine, and there was a sticker on it that said BME, and it was just even an immediate sense of relief that, oh, okay, I got to call up Steve and the team now and say, hey, I got a copy machine in front of me, help me, I'm going to help you. And just to know, even with a sticker and seeing their logo, that we had a partner that was going to believe in the work that we were doing with the museum.
We got a chance to reconnect, and we helped them with figuring out what to do with that old system that was over there. And we just stayed in touch.
Even throughout the year, there were things that the team had said, keep us in mind, whatever we can do, whatever BME can do to support different initiatives that you have going on.
He brought in a young lady, Deb Kessler, and Deb does a ton of event planning. Deb's a great asset to that team. And so Deb and I got talking, and she's like, we really want to get the business community and a couple people engaged in the new children's museum that we're building. And I'm like, tell me more. They really want to make that a community center, not just the children's museum. They want to make it a true interactive, if you will, community. I got excited and said that makes sense to have that there and tie it all the way up into the zoo and make that whole corridor a great place for kids. So we got thinking about it, and we said, why don't we just do a quick happy hour? And we've got a good relationship with Francis, who owns Ocean Blue restaurant, and we enjoy going there. It's one of the best restaurants in Utica. So we went and rented the back room and just had a happy hour and invited some friends and said, this is what they're doing, and tried to connect Deb and Steve and their team to some other businesses and other community people.
In November at Ocean Blue, that was just an opportunity for us to share our vision for what the Family Resource Center, that includes ICANN space and the new Utica Children's Museum, to have an audience with folks in the community that we hadn't yet had a chance to open doors to. For Steve and his team to hold that, to be able to do that with drinks and appetizers and in such an informal, formal way, if that makes sense, opened up doors and conversations that we didn't have before. And some of those relationships are budding in ways that I'm so grateful for.
At Ocean Blue, I got a chance to meet Mike and Kelly Parsons. They're really the chairman and chairwoman of the Children's Museum fundraising, and they headed that up and really have helped the Children's Museum, many more times than we have. And Mike and Kelly are just great people. But to meet them and see what they're doing to help the Children's Museum, Mike and Kelly are just great people.
What the team at BME really has done for us in 2021, it's more than just a single event or a single sponsorship, or it's been what ways can we provide more resources, people time, people power to support all the things that you all have going on there at ICANN. The way that they go about business, the way that Steve goes about business and his team, it's wholesome, and it's the right way to do business.
We'll be announcing our 2022 partners in the near future. There's going to be some folks that we, again, believe in, that want to impact people's lives. We've got a lot of things happening in the world, and we want to make sure that we come alongside some of the local businesses that are impacted in Central New York. We're looking forward to having another great giving year. Again, not just monetarily, but more importantly, with our employees' time, talents, and treasures. We want to say thank you. We wish everybody a great 2022. I pray the pandemic is behind us, and I pray that we're able to get out there and give hugs again, because I'd rather give a hug than do a Zoom call any day. We're looking forward to 2022 and our grand opening. We'll share some more information when our office is completed. But we hope to see everybody in this coming year. And please, if there's other ideas that this community has, want to hear from you and know that we're listening and we're here to help the best we can. And if we can, we will. And if we can't, we'll tell you we can't. The world's too small to not do things that are impactful.